Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden inside company filings, and today HF Sinclair is giving us something to talk about with a very interesting update. So HF Sinclair, they're a big name in energy and they've just dropped some news that's got investors buzzing. This report is about something that happened on August 11th, 2025, and it's a pretty important announcement for them. Now, HF Sinclair's main thing is their common stock, which you can trade on the New York Stock Exchange. That's the Dino ticker you might see out there. What's really central to this particular report is something called Regulation FD Disclosure. Basically, companies have to share important news with everyone at the same time so no one gets an unfair advantage. And the big news they shared on August 11th, 2025 is that they've decided to offer or sell what they call senior notes. Think of these like loans the company is taking out, but on a massive scale. We're talking $500 million here, specifically $500 million. These are notes or bonds that they plan to pay back in 2032, and they're offering a 5.5% interest rate on them. This is a huge financial move for HF Sinclair. Now, they're being careful to say that what they're telling us today about this bond offering isn't quite the same as officially filing it in some other documents. It's a bit of a technicality, but it means they're sharing this information clearly and openly as the rules require, but they're not adding it to their ongoing financial statements in the same way. It's like separate news in a way. And they're also making it clear that just because they're talking about these notes, it doesn't mean they're actually selling them to you right now. You can't just go out and buy these bonds based on this report. It's more like they're announcing the terms of a deal they're planning to make. And everything has to be done properly according to the law before any actual buying or selling can happen. Now, when a company files these reports, they have to include all the backup information that supports what they're saying. In this case, the really key piece of backup is Exhibit 99. What is that? It's the actual press release they put out on August 11th that announces this whole senior notes deal. So the report we're looking at is basically a formal cover for that press release, making sure everything is on the record with the regulators. And you also see a mention of something called a cover page interactive data file. This is for digital filing systems, so computers can easily read and understand the basic information about the report. It's like a digital summary tag. What does all of this mean for HF Sinclair? Well, when a company decides to borrow $500 million, it's usually for a reason. They might be planning a big expansion, acquiring another company, refinancing existing debt to get a better interest rate, or they might just want to have a war chest of cash for future opportunities. Or to weather any tough economic times. The fact that they're offering a 5.5% interest rate suggests they think this is a good deal for them right now, and that people will be willing to lend them money at that rate. It's a way for them to fund their operations and growth plans without having to sell more of the company's stock, which could dilute the ownership of existing shareholders. They're betting that the money they raise will help them make even more money down the road, enough to comfortably pay back this debt plus the interest in the energy sector, especially with fluctuating oil and gas prices. Having access to capital and managing debt effectively is incredibly important for long-term stability and growth. This move signals a proactive approach to financing their future. Now, looking at this strategically, HF Sinclair is a refiner and marketer of petroleum products. They're known for their diverse operations, including producing gasoline, diesel fuel, and other refined products. They also have a growing presence in renewable diesel. Borrowing this much money could be an investment in upgrading their refineries, expanding their renewable fuels capacity, or perhaps even making strategic acquisitions in the sector. The energy industry is undergoing a significant transformation with a growing emphasis on sustainability and cleaner fuels. Companies like HF Sinclair need ample capital to invest in these newer technologies and adapt to changing market demands. By securing this debt, their positions in the sector, the energy industry is undergoing a significant transformation with a growing emphasis on sustainability and cleaner fuels. Companies like HF Sinclair need ample capital to invest in these newer technologies and adapt to changing market demands. By securing this debt, they position themselves to make those investments. It also shows, however, with any large debt issuance, there are inherent risks. Interest rates can change, and if they plan to refinance this debt later, they might face higher rates. Also, if their business doesn't perform as expected, servicing this debt could become a strain. The energy markets are notoriously volatile, influenced by geopolitical events, global demand, and regulatory changes. HF Sinclair's ability to repay these notes will ultimately depend on its operational efficiency, market demand for its products, and its success in navigating the evolving energy landscape. In conclusion, this filing is essentially HF Sinclair taking a significant financial step to fuel its future. They're raising a substantial amount of money through senior notes, which signals ambition and a need for capital to execute their business strategy in what is a rapidly changing energy industry. It's a move to secure resources for growth, potential acquisitions, or important projects. While it's generally a positive sign of confidence and a way to fund operations, investors will be watching closely to see how this capital is deployed and if the company can comfortably manage the repayment of this new debt alongside its other financial obligations. They're playing the long game here, and the success of this financial maneuver will be judged by their future performance. So what's your take on HF Sinclair's massive borrowing plan? Does it signal strength or a potential future burden? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more in-depth looks at company filings. We'll keep decoding for you. Also, join our growing community on Discord, all linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Decode.